Dr. Courtney Skipper.
Hi, I'm Dr. Smiley, Elmore. And together we are Money Matters. Listen in every Monday night at 6 p.m.
Right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. And we are back. We want to welcome you all to Money Matters radio show. I am Dr. Courtney Skipper of Higher Educational Initiatives and Reach and Air Financial Group. We hope you're having a great day.
Happy June, right?
Yeah, happy June.
It's been a good one.
We want to say happy belated Father's Day
That's
to
right.
all the fathers.
Some great ones out there. It was a good day, too.
It was a good day. Doc, what did you do?
Heard from my kids, some text message, and went out with Tara and the kids, and she fixed me some great dinner. Guess what?
What did you
have? Good steak.
Ooh.
2 steaks.
That was
medium
good.
rare. It was good.
Medium rare. That's your favorite?
She went all out. It was awesome.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody.
It really is.
Loves you. So
absolutely.
I pray other people can have that kind of experience too with their loved ones.
In Jesus' name, especially me. Hallelujah.
Amen. Yeah. It's coming, right, Doc?
Hallelujah.
That's awesome. Good evening, friends. This is Dr. Smiley with Smiley Champions Fitness, son of my great late father, financial insurance great Smiley Elmore Sr. I'm here to share a little love, a little encouragement, and a whole lot of passion for Jesus and for healthy living, because we know, Doc, health is wealth, right?
That's right.
And we're doing this together. We're building stronger homes and stronger hearts. We have our new producer extraordinaire, Mr. Steven. How you doing, Stephen Keys?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you for asking.
You're looking sharp over there.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
That blue looks good on you. Like blue's your favorite color?
No, sir. Red is.
Red
is your
yes,
favorite
I got
color?
you. Let's
Yes,
trade.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But blue on brown skin
Looks
is
good,
just absolutely stunningly
you. Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank
It
you,
looks
bro.
good.
Appreciate
You
you.
look
Yeah,
great.
You look good too. You got your
You do
yellow
that.
on. Yes, man. Hey.
She brighten us up, don't you, Doc?
Yes.
Brighten our life up.
That's my job.
Amen.
And to brighten us further, today we have
Amen.
Dr. Yaz Anderson Petway.
Hey, Doc, how you doing? Is she on yet? You doing good, Doctor?
Can we can't hear you. Can you
You
hear
got it
us?
Is it on mute, Doc? Huh.
Give us 1 second.
1 second, Doc. We'll get it straightened out.
It's radio. And while we're working on getting Dr. Yaz straight, Doc, tell
Yes,
us
ma'am.
what happened today.
What happened?
Congratulations are in
thank you.
order for
Appreciate
you.
that. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Appreciate that.
So you are now the lead.
Lead chaplain at the jail now.
Yes,
So,
at David Elmore.
David Elmore. Yeah. Thank Chaplain Bell for handing me the reins, and just all the sheriff and undersheriff having trust in me. So thank you very much. It's awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that everybody else gets to experience how godly you are, your
Amen.
prayerfulness. And Stephen and I got you some gifts.
Oh, man.
So you get to open the
Thank you.
gifts.
Right now, you're hoping right
Yeah,
now. Huh?
open the gifts now,
Don't make me
Doc.
cry.
Okay.
Right here?
That's not the only one. That's the card.
Okay. Read it real quick.
Yeah.
Read it. Congratulations on your new position. I am so excited that others will be blessed with their prayerfulness, care, and wisdom. Thanks, Doc.
Yay.
And Stephen signed it too.
Yes.
Congratulations. Happy for your success. I hope that you continue to excel. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate you.
Yes.
God bless you. There it is right
Okay.
here.
And we got 2 more things in there for you.
Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Doc. I like this paper. No.
Okay, that's the first one. Oh, the other one went under the table, Doc. You see
There we
that? Guys, we are congratulating.
Oh, wow. Thank you. One of my favorite places, Chipotle.
Yay!
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. It's healthy.
Tiara gave me a tip.
Little bird in
Yes.
your ear, huh?
Yeah, so now you can eat all the protein you want
That's
at Chipotle.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and then one more
You're
thing.
a new member of the National Association of Black Journalists. Really?
Yes.
How's that work?
Will we pay for it?
Man.
Money Matters Radio Show.
Really?
You are a new member of the National Association of Black Journalists,
That's a big deal, isn't it?
Tulsa. Yes.
That's a big deal, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yay,
totally,
Doc.
I'm humbled. Thank you.
Isn't that nice?
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and you can take this bag home. I bought this because I thought Timothy would like it.
Man, that's so beautiful. Yeah, I have a blast with that thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
He can put all of his little stuff in it.
Toy Story. That's
Yes.
pretty cool, isn't it? Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you.
So we are with Dr. Yas Anderson today, and she will be giving us the Global Wealth Blueprint. I'm super excited about that. Can you hear us now, Dr. Yas?
Is that our end or her end? It's not on mute. It's not on mute or anything. Should we call back and get another connection? Can we call back, Doc, and get a better connection?
Can you hear us, Dr. Yas?
She can hear us.
Okay. Can we reconnect again and hopefully it comes back on? But you know, technology is going to be technology. So we are waiting. Doc, I'm going to move this right here.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you so much.
Move that right there. And
we're going to call right back, Doc.
She's going to get right back online. But as we are waiting for Dr. Yas, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Money Matters. We are going to 4 years.
4 years, isn't it?
Yes, 4 years.
We got to have a get together too.
We're gonna have a party.
We'll do that.
On Money Matters, we discuss financial literacy, including financial strategies, business ingenuity, and the creation of generational wealth.
Awesome. Before we begin, we want to thank Mr. Bob, the award-winning Mr. Bob Eaton of Eaton Media Services, for allowing us to reach listeners in our community on KBOB 89.9 FM. Money Matters. Let's talk about it, Doc.
Let's talk about it.
Doctor back up?
Yes.
You back up, Doc?
Dr. Yas is back up.
Can you hear us, Doc? There's still no sound, huh?
She can hear us.
She can hear us, yeah. Awesome.
That's okay. I'm gonna have her call.
I'm gonna call in, Doc. Call in the number here. We'll give you that number, and we'll do it.
But
on the phone.
But we're gonna keep your faith. We're gonna keep the video rolling, and let's have you call in to 918-856-3873. Or should I call her?
There she just did it. Good. That was quick. Thanks,
listen, Doc. I told you that Dr. Yas is all things excellence.
She don't play, does she?
She does not play. Turn her up.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dr. Petway. Appreciate it. Amen.
Okay.
It was an echo right there.
Okay, so mute the computer, but we can still see your lovely face. So then turn it up.
Thank you.
Yay!
That's better.
That sounds
awesome.
Great.
How you doing, Doc? How's your kids doing?
I'm better than amazing and so excited to be here. It's been a while.
Been a little bit, huh? It's like your third or fourth time on. You're very popular. We love having you.
I'm trying to catch up to you.
Yeah, listen to you. You're doing awesome, Doc. You got some great things happening, don't you?
I do. Thank you. I do. Since I was last on the show, I've expanded globally. I'm so grateful, and I give all the glory to God for answering that prayer for me. It's something I was trying to do for multiple years, and now here I am going into year 3. I'm so excited.
Man, is that pretty lucrative? Pretty lucrative, is it? It's pretty lucrative.
Yes, it is, and it's very less stressful. You know, I might add, many people may not think so, but it's a lot less stress than traditional real estate investing here in the United States. So I really enjoy the fact that we're not having to deal with shady contractors and, trying to get deals to sell after doing a whole entire renovation and hoping that the property would sell in time with, carrying all those carrying costs and the budgeting and just all of that stuff. It's just so much easier now, international investments, and I've fallen in love with it.
Amen.
What inspired you to create the Global Wealth Blueprint?
Wow. Well, as you know, I just told you guys, I decided to go globally now going on 3 years. But I decided to create this blueprint for people because I noticed that Americans were putting all their eggs in one basket. Okay. Do you remember that saying when you were a little kid from your mama when she said, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket"? Now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Very well. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right. We remember that, but we don't really understand or remember what that meant. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
For me, what it means is that as Americans, we work in America to earn income. We bank in America, we invest in America, and then we hope that same economy in America is going to sustain our financial future.
Yes.
So that's the main reason. And wealthy people don't do that, Doc. They don't. They actually, diversify globally. And why I believe now is like the best time in the world is simply because, the world is so much more connected than ever before than when we were coming up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We have technology where it's made international investing so much more accessible to people like, me and you. And then you have these emerging markets like Ghana and stuff like that who are, creating opportunities. And it's my mission and goal to teach families how to expand that wealth globally.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you created it because I am very interested in expanding globally. Actually, the first person I ever heard, or African American that I ever heard say anything about global expansion was Jay-Z. And I was like, run that back, what he said. So I'm glad that you have created this global wealth blueprint for us. So your program introduces the concept of equity in multiple currencies. What does that mean, and why is that important to wealth building?
It means exactly what the terminology is for those words, and it goes back to what I just said on your last question. Equity in multiple currencies simply means building an asset, that is going to create wealth and grow in more than one country, in more than one economy, in more than one currency.
Yes.
That is the ultimate goal. It's always going to be about, diversification, risk management, and creating those multiple streams of income that we so loosely talk about all the time. So that's why, it's so important that we even expand our minds to even start thinking beyond these borders of the United States,
And that wisdom is you started this 3 years ago, but lately I've been hearing like we have to expand beyond these borders. Like it is, you were just a pioneer with it, and now people are saying it over and over again. So what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have about global investing?
Amen. Good question.
I'm telling you, so many people are leaving America right now, even to relocate.
Yes.
But even if you're not thinking that far ahead or that extreme, you should still think about expanding your assets there. Most people feel like they cannot do it because it's only for millionaires or it's just for rich people. Well, that's not true, okay? It's very, very accessible to people like yourself and myself. All you have to do is connect with professionals educate yourself, take your emotions out of it. Don't allow your emotions to overcome the education.
Yes.
And get with a professional, but still do your own due diligence, so that you understand the process of the transaction.
Yes.
That is important. The same way you would invest or do any other business deal in any other country, you would do it the same way, abroad. It's the same thing. You would not invest or try to flip a house in America without representation. So why would you, allow internet pressure or emotions to push you into something that you have not done your due diligence on?
Yes.
You understand?
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good. Is the cost of entry, what's the average cost of entry to get into something like that?
It's very affordable. I mean, you can literally get a studio on a credit card in Ghana that's cash flowing, for you. So again, you can get in by simply putting down a small down payment and taking advantage of some of the payment plans that the developers are offering.
Okay.
It's so much easier than in the United States having to qualify for a loan, having to pay a mortgage with interest. We're talking cash deals here.
Wow.
For instance, in Ghana, you're going to buy a cash deal, say a studio apartment starting under 100K, let's just say 75,000. You're going to put down a small $5,000 reservation fee, we call it, similar to earnest money in the States. 30 days later, when it's time to sign the agreement, after you've been with your representation, they've gone through everything, they verified ownership and everything, then you're just on a payment plan from that time on until the property is complete. And get this, the price is the price. If it's 75, you're paying 75K, monthly payment on that over the time till it's delivered. There's no interest, no extra fees that they're putting on and all this extra stuff. By the time your asset is built, you're already in positive. You already have equity. You understand what I'm saying?
That's very good.
So it's just like a no-brainer. You can essentially put a condo on layaway in Africa that's going to cash flow.
Yes.
That's really good. Really good.
That's very attractive, right?
It's very, and the properties are so beautiful. The properties are so, very sturdy, high end.
Yes. Quality. They're made out of materials that are far better and stronger than what we use here in the States. So you're getting so much more, but you're paying so much less for it. So that's what attracted me to it, coming from the wholesaling and real estate investing background here in the States and working with clients and, negotiating the price on the property, hoping that the property appraises for what we needed to for it to sell, for you to make a profit. And then the hardest part is getting through the construction phase, and those carrying costs, and then worrying about the contractor running off with your money.
That's
yeah.
That's real right there. That is so true.
Let's just keep it all the way real here. Let's talk about it. So would you want to do where do you see there's more risk? I think it's far more risk in that sense, as opposed to going global.
So why Ghana? Ghana has become an attractive investment destination. It has become an attractive, people are moving from the United African Americans, or a lot of African Americans have moved to Ghana. So why is Ghana so attractive right now?
Man, I tell you, I was just there. It is so amazing. When I just stepped off the plane, it's just a feeling I can't explain. But quite frankly, the reason is, they have political stability. Okay. They have a growing economy. They're expanding infrastructure. The government welcomes the diaspora to come and invest.
Yes.
Okay, so that alone should be enough for anyone to make a decision to go ahead and do so. It's not like they don't want us there or something like that. They want us. They welcome us to come there and invest. There's so many opportunities there available for business, income producing activities, land, you name it. Whatever your dreams are, your goals are, they should absolutely be global at this point.
What I really like about your group is that and your business, Yes to Yes Global, is that you guys don't play about education. You all educate fully. And I really appreciate that, especially because coming from America, we're used to like shadiness and risk. When I attended one of the Zoom meetings where you all had the ladies from France and all over the world really explaining to us about real estate, global real estate, I felt like I had been in a master's level class. And so, how often do you all have the educational pieces?
So education is key, just like you said, with anything, for that matter. So especially for something like this, while you want to hire professionals and you want to absolutely have representation, you still need to do your own due diligence. Okay. Because a lot of people get pressured into doing stuff and, they miss certain steps that are vital in this process. You have to make sure you are working with someone to represent you that has your best interest, to make sure you understand the ownership. Ownership is different when we're talking about global real estate investing. For instance, in Africa, they have leasehold and freehold. Leasehold is typically for foreigners like us, and we can only own land there for up to 99 years. So you need to make sure you're with someone, like myself or my community, the Global Insider, so that you can get proper representation to make sure you're protected so you can pass that on. I'm sure you've heard stories and things like that happening, but that was because people didn't do their homework and they didn't do their due diligence and get the education. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, because if you're educated, everything is going to run smoothly because you understand the process and you'll know those steps.
Awesome.
That's great.
That is great. You mentioned about being education. Education is key. Get your representation. Go through an organization like yourself. What's the name of your organization again, Doctor?
So my organization is Yes to Yes Global Insider.
Okay.
It's a private community where you can come in and get, high level education experiences. We take trips. We travel and take different trips to different countries, view different developments and things like that. So it's more of a community setting. So it's a safe place for you to get the information so that you can grow and make an educated decision about investing globally. You can look it up. It's online and it's also on the school platform. It's called Yes to Yes Global Insider.
What I realized from coming to, I've been to two of the educational pieces, and I realized that African Americans are not as global as other people from the diaspora. Like, there are people traveling from Spain to Africa, from France to Africa, so that really just opened my eyes to, first of all, African Americans need to travel more. And then also African American entrepreneurs really need to invest globally. And so that just really aligned with what you do and the trips that you all take. What other cities do you go to?
So, I'm with EXP Realty. So we're a brokerage. I'm under a brokerage where I have access to property in 29 countries,
Yeah.
nearly 30 countries. Primarily my focus though has been lately on Ghana and Punta Cana in the
Punta
Caribbean,
Cana,
which
yes.
happen to have over 12 million annual visitors per year.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's a
So just
lot.
knowing that information alone, should make you want to think about, those other markets. But, we always talk about building wealth and building our communities and making our communities strong and having multiple streams of income, which is great. But when you expand, that wealth globally, you're providing more opportunities. You are building a stronger community by doing that because you have multiple streams of income, more opportunities now for generations to come. It's going to take more than just a life insurance policy to build wealth or to leave an inheritance for your children and grandchildren. You're going to have to think about leaving them more than just a property or a policy. You need to start thinking about leaving them more opportunity.
Good.
Okay. So when you invest globally, you have the opportunity to leave for them the opportunity for education, global careers. I mean, the tech industry is explosive right now in places like Ghana. So it's time for us as a people to start thinking and stop being brainwashed about what Africa really is. Okay.
Yes.
Because Africa is rich. Africa is wealthy, especially in resources. Okay. And again, that emergent infrastructure, now is the time to tap in. Do not hesitate. Start your research now. Hire a professional and just make the move.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
Awesome.
So I saw that Punta Cana property, the last one that you were developing, and I started thinking, like, I really want to leave something like that to my grandkids, to my kids and my grandkids, and that be a summer vacation for us, because it's
Of
actually
course. Like, we travel all the time. Millions of people travel all the time, and all we do is go travel, have that experience, and leave the memories behind.
yes.
But smart investors and wealthy investors, they travel those same countries. And when they step off the plane, they just start, they smell the money, the opportunities. They're like, okay, what opportunities exist here for me? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset we have to start having.
That's awesome. Can you, when you're not using that, like I say, I have a place over there to go in the summertime or different times of the year, could I make money off of it, like through an Airbnb or something like that? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the goal, and many of these developers, they offer management packages.
Okay.
So this is like a total turnkey
Oh, wow.
investment. They're not calling you in Tulsa when the screen TV goes out in your unit. It's managed by
Oh, wow.
reputable hotel chains in many cases.
So
you're going to have an investment with a reputable hotel chain name on it that's guaranteeing you 70+% occupancy rate annually.
Wow.
That's a big deal. You're not having to go and try to put it on Airbnb and put it on all these different platforms and hoping you make what you need to make. So that is the beauty of this. And that's why I'm so passionate about educating people, especially our people, about it, because like you said, everyone else is buying in Africa. We need to definitely start investing more in Africa. Like, the opportunity is there for everything. I met someone who wants to start automobile chargers, EV chargers for cars. They have a need for everything. So just, you can be so creative. It's worth the risk.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I actually have a client that I'm meeting with. This is how I'm trying to say, this is how close we're becoming globally. So I have a client I will meet with on Friday, and they're doing something in Uganda.
Oh wow!
So it is no longer closed off. It is, we have the opportunity to build wherever we want now.
That's
beautiful. Right. And like I said, that political stability is important. It's very, very important. You have people, obtaining residency now, dual citizenship, everything. Like, it's a real thing to live abroad, or even if it's just part of the year, or even to just have somewhere to stay that's your own when you go visit.
That's right.
You just book in your own unit for yourself.
Doc, what other businesses? I didn't mean to cut you off. Doc,
go ahead.
What other businesses are thriving up there? Would a fitness business do well up there? What do you think?
I mean, so many. They have a need for health care. So when I was there recently last year, we went and met with several government officials. They have the need for everything. Child care. Just think about everything that we use here in the States. It's growing there. So they have the need for all of those things.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I'm really excited about expanding into Ghana. I recently expanded my business in Punta Cana. I told you guys that the last show when I first started going globally. I've already have my business there. I have my bank account there. Like, it just would only make sense for me to have a place there, and of course in Africa, so it just now is the time. America is it, but it's just not it for everything. I'm not saying replace your country or anything like that. All I'm saying is, in addition to whatever it is we're doing here, we need to have something else also there.
Yes.
That makes sense. Like you say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Exactly. Because you know what happens when you do that, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right about that.
So, just think, it's something to think about. It's very exciting, obviously, because it's different. It's different.
I would definitely like to visit.
Let's do it.
Traveling's fun. It's so fun.
It really is. It really is. And like I said,
what do you think is best though? Like, what would you prefer? Like, the continent of Africa or somewhere like the Caribbean?
I really like that Punta Cana property.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely beautiful. Now, I do want to go to Ghana. And
I would like Ghana too.
Expand their business development there. But I would have to see. I like the Ghana property as well, but I just fell in love with that Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
It's just
the Caribbean. I mean,
it's just so beautiful.
Like I said, it's $12 million a year. It's the Caribbean, and you can get there in 3 hours or less from basically anywhere on the East Coast.
Yes.
So if anyone on here is considering global investments, and maybe they're not quite ready to go as far as Africa, you can always consider places like the Caribbean. Not that you'll need to get down there and fix the toilet or anything like that, but it's still 3 hours or less if you want to go down there and have a weekend yourself in one of your investments.
Yes. Or the kids are out of school, spend a month down there or something like that.
Exactly.
So many listeners are hearing about residency, dual citizenship, and citizenship pathways for the first time. Can you explain the differences and why they matter as we try to invest globally?
Well, I mean, residency is just like where we have, other nationalities come here to get residency. You have the legal right to live in that country. So that's residency, right? And you would want that for various reasons: education, business, what have you. And then citizenship is basically, the nationality of that country. Like when someone gets citizenship to be an American, it's the same thing. You want to apply for citizenship in these other countries. So with dual citizenship, you have the ability to have citizenship in more than one country where it's permitted at, you know. And again, these are all strategies that the wealthy use, okay, for education, business, you know, things like that, travel, there's no limits and things like that on your travel, your length of time. So that's where that stuff comes in and plays a role, the residency and the citizenship and the dual citizenship.
That's awesome.
So how long?
Yeah.
So for Ghana, I know Ghana was welcoming African Americans back. And so how long does it take to get dual citizenship in Ghana or Punta Cana?
Well, again, you have to apply, you know. Typically in most countries, if you invest a certain dollar amount, they allow you to apply. It doesn't guarantee, you know, like a ticket in or what have you, but it does allow you the benefit to be able to at least apply. And, you know, I mean, it just varies, you know. Anyone can get registered to come through my program that's interested in looking to relocate, whether they're retiring or anything like that. Definitely look on my website, therealyazanderson.com. I have so much beneficial information on there about just how to do that.
Okay. Is there any, go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there any limitation like to relationships, like a native person from that country and an American, any kind of bad blood there once you enter, when they find out you're from America? How's it received there?
Absolutely not. Ghana is so welcoming. Like they treat us like family, you know, when we're there. I absolutely loved it, you know. And like I said, the stability of the political climate and things like that, they are welcoming the diaspora to come there and invest.
That's
so good. That's the thing with us as African Americans. We have to come out of this brainwashed mindset that, you know, we're not welcome there, you know, or that it's, you know, monkeys running around on the street and all this other craziness. It's just not true, guys. Like, it's luxury, okay? We're talking luxury, just like what you have here in Atlanta or in any other major city, you know? So again, education is going to be key. You cannot just be out here going by what you've been taught, you know, because it's not true. We've been brainwashed to believe the worst things about Africa. And it is so far from the truth, okay? From the food. I mean, even the food is so different, you know, it's fresh. Everything is completely different in my eyes, you know, than it is here. And what they've, you know, taught me to believe about, you know, the continent. It's the complete opposite. You know, we're not in villages, and I'm not saying that they don't have that and stuff like that, but they have humongous big cities with high rises, cranes going everywhere, stuff coming up. You know, they drive luxury vehicles. They have a Mercedes dealership in Ghana. You know, like, what are people thinking, you know?
That's awesome.
Can you talk more about how international ownership will benefit future generations? I know you just mentioned, and Doc mentioned, that, you know, we could have a management company run or lease out the properties for us. So what other opportunities are you seeing for Americans to invest in?
Well, again, like I said, when families own, guys, internationally, you know, it just creates so many more options for generations to come. And that's the key here. What I want people to take away from today's broadcast is this has provided options for future generations. That could mean rental income. That could mean business expansion. Back to education, like I said, education opportunities. and then access to additional markets. You have all of those benefits. So you're passing down, possibilities, not just the property. You're really passing down possibilities,
I love
and
that.
opportunities to these generations besides just that unit that you purchased,
And it would be wonderful for us to start our kids when they're young, thinking about
Exactly,
and
because they came up in a whole tech world.
yes,
The tech industry is booming in these emerging markets, and this is something that, that's their lane. They're familiar with. They're coming up in a time that's completely different, than we were. So, you could be in the tech industry living in Ghana for a fraction of what it would cost for you to be living here in Atlanta with that same tech job. Do you understand what I'm saying?
absolutely. And we see that all the time, like the young people, moving abroad. They are just not afraid.
Exactly.
They have
They're
nothing
traveling.
to lose.
They have nothing to lose. They're traveling abroad. They're moving abroad. They're relocating. They are so much different because they are exposed to so much more than what we were, coming up. And I love it for them. We just have to, like I said, be able to provide them with these options, these opportunities, the possibilities, the flexibility. Okay. Yeah. I do not want my daughter to, just grow up working, earning, and investing only in America and then hoping that America's economy is going to sustain or protect her future when she's ready to retire. That's a gamble. That's a huge risk and a huge gamble to take.
Yes. They just upped the number. I think it was Saturday I was reading that they just upped the number. It went from 1 million to 1 million plus of what they're saying people need to retire now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Exactly. Exactly. And you're investing anyway internationally. Every day people are. They just don't know it.
Yes.
Okay. with stock, multinational businesses, whatever. You're investing internationally, but when you invest in real estate, it's just a more direct approach in investing. That's all it is,
And it's still the number one investment tool. Real estate is still the number one investment tool.
Yep. Number one investment tool. And it's not going anywhere.
No, I don't think so.
So again, go ahead.
No, I was saying I was agreeing with you. Like I don't think anything is gonna surpass real estate.
Me either.
Because it's been the number one.
It makes it more accessible to us, to the everyday working class Americans. It's not just the millionaires or the wealthy. That's the part they have to get out of their head and just go ahead and get the education and make that move. And I know it's something that they would not regret.
Yes. And $75,000 for a property overseas, globally, that's a pretty good price because as we see in America, we're having some issues with the top 1%. Or 1 to 3% owning so much of the property that the everyday person is really not.
Can't even invest.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's why I had to shift because that business model just wasn't working for me anymore. It was far too much risk, doing real estate investments just here in the States. You have these iBuyers, which are institutions that just came into all the cities, major cities around this country, and just bought up everything and just pushed the little person out, the mom and pop person right on out where they couldn't even have the opportunity to build wealth,
That's
so
right.
let's not allow that to happen, abroad in places like Africa, where they come and buy up everything there, and then we miss out and get pushed out of that as well.
Yes. Yeah, I have
You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a client. He builds new houses, and he hasn't any houses this year, because last year he started noticing that on a brand new house that's selling for $150 to $175,000, that he's barely making $20,000 off the deal. So he's putting in all that effort and the work,
Money.
and not really, because of how the industry is now.
Exactly. And I've been doing that right there, that process and that business model before the internet. I started doing that in early 2000s, before the internet. So by the time the internet came, it wasn't good. I could see the change, over time, the way things shifted. So now, it's global. It's global. I'm not saying don't invest in America. Like I said, I'm not saying replace your country or your community or anything like that. All I'm saying is add this in addition to, because there's still good deals, I'm sure, out here. People still invest here too every day. Yeah. But someone like myself who's experienced and things like that and understand what's happening with the global market, that's just not the risk I want to take. Yeah. Because you got to have stellar credit. You got to have a hard money private lender to want to even lend to you, especially if you've never even invested before. Are they even going to lend to you if you've never even done it before? They might, but they're going to want you to put down a whole lot of money, right? Now, say for instance, you don't make it to the finish line on that deal, and you took all your money out your 401k, whatever, I don't know, to do this one deal, and you don't make it to the finish line. That's a complete loss.
Yeah.
You don't get that back, do you?
Loss.
You don't get that back, do you? Or part of it?
Yeah. So that's not something you want. That's not something you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have a nice spread for it to work the way it's supposed to work each time, right? And then whatever's happening in the economy, regardless of what that spread says, something happens here with this economy. Your house that you were supposed to flip for, I don't know, $450, now it's time for you to sell it because it took 10 months for your renovation instead of 3. Now you can't sell it for that. The market says it's $150,000 less. It's worth $150,000 less.
Wow.
Because it's taken so long. It's taken so long in America to sell right now.
Exactly. So just do your research. Do your research and pay attention. Pay attention. We have so many regular workers, entrepreneurs, celebrities, all people from all walks of life are relocating and thinking about moving abroad or investing abroad.
Yes.
Yes, so it's definitely something to consider. You can sell if you get in and decide it's not something you want to do. You can sell it. Say you get into one development. We have some developers where if you paid in more than 40%, you don't want it no more, you can sell it and make a profit after you paid in 40%.
That's pretty good.
Or you can just pay it off until it's complete, and as soon as it's done, you can sell it.
Yeah,
you have so many options. Instead of trying to build here in America, you've never built before. You have to have an astronomical amount of money to build a property in America,
and have that time to wait too. You have to have money in the bank to wait.
Exactly. So I'd rather work with a respected and reputable developer, in another country that has a record and that has been building in, multiple countries. And all I'm doing is just making my payments, and they're going to deliver, my keys when it's ready. And they're going to also, if I elect, to help me with property management. For free. And all I have to do is collect my check. That sounds more inviting to me.
Yeah.
How does the building work over there? How is building globally different than building in America? Uh is it specific builders? Is it like state or city run builders? How does that work?
Again, you have to work with reputable builders.
Mhm.
And you have to go online, do your research. Once you decide the one you're going to go with, let me plug up my computer. Oh my goodness. You want to do your research, because anybody can just say that they're a developer. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you connect with someone like myself. You know, we have partnerships with people who have been doing this, you know, hand over fist. You know what I'm saying? You're not in a situation where you're in a property and they told you they're gonna deliver it to you on this day, and then when that day comes, they haven't even broke ground. You know, so you have to be very careful of that and make sure you're really working with who they say that they are. You know, and again, these are household name developers that I work with directly.
Is the government really harsh or really strict on the developers so that they follow specific guidelines?
Absolutely. They have guidelines, of course. They have guidelines and things that they have to follow, you know, of course. And then one developer that I work with out of Ghana, he actually visited and came to Atlanta, and I hosted him here. You know, they actually go over and beyond the requirements. You understand what I'm saying? So that's important too. They make sure they build something that is durable, you know, not that tornadoes and earthquakes and things like that happen on the continent and in the country like Ghana. They still make sure they build stability and things that are stable that could withstand in the event something did happen like that.
Okay.
Far more quality than what they build with in the United States. Like where if you just go through one storm, the roof come off. No.
More quality,
like huh? Nothing like that. I mean, trust me.
You mentioned credit. Like that. You mentioned about the credit. How's credit looked at over there?
That's a good question, Doc.
About as far as
again, guys, credit isn't a factor when we're talking about these deals. Now, if you want to get a mortgage, you know, abroad, which you can. Let me say this. They do offer mortgages, right? However, as a foreigner, you're going to pay 40% interest. So why get a loan in another country that's going to charge you 40% interest when you can buy it directly from a developer and use their payment plan system and pay cash with no interest?
That's smart.
Somebody was
that right there. Once I learned that and understood how that works, that just blew me away. Like, what?
Very smart.
It means almost anyone can buy.
I hear that's the case in a lot of places overseas. Like my niece, so she went to France and she was saying they don't do credit in France, they don't do credit in Vietnam, they don't do credit in Ghana.
That's a United States thing. I'm telling you, it's a United States thing, and we have to get away from just one system. That's the whole point of this conversation today, is to get people to think outside of just one system, America's system, because that is a gamble. That is a gamble.
Yes, ma'am. That's awesome, Ms.
So start thinking globally. Awesome. You know, it's a whole big world out there, you know, other than just your city where you're at. So I want to encourage people today to at least start expanding their mindsets beyond, you know, the borders of the United States.
Amen.
How can people get in one
beyond the borders of your own hometown at least?
Yes. Amen.
how can people get into one of the classes I was talking about?
Yeah, so again, I would love to invite anyone who's listening tonight to join my community, Yes to Yes Global Insider. We meet live monthly, and we also have a host of calls like this, webinars like this, providing you information, tools, and resources. My blueprint, definitely pick that up. It has so much powerful information in there. Reputable attorneys, representation, everything that you need to even start thinking about building globally is in that blueprint. The most important thing you want to do is, like I said, have a real estate professional to work with, and make sure when you're working with that professional, you don't skip any of those steps to get through the process, especially that step of hiring representation. Even working with your developer, you trust them, they're reputable, you know them, you still want to have a local attorney to go over all of the paperwork and everything from that developer.
So walk me through. Important. So the property that I saw in the Caribbean, I'm really interested in. So I would contact you to have real estate representation, and then what would happen? What would happen next?
So after you contact me, we would do an intake and an onboarding, to go over, some of the things, specifics, exactly what you're looking for and what is your goals are. And from that point, I will send you some different developments that we offer. Now, the price point, I told you about Africa starting at $75K. Punta Cana, it starts probably in the low 100s, for that same size unit in Punta Cana, right? Going all the way up to, I don't know, we have villas for $450,000. So we'll go over that, and I'll send you different ones that you like. From there, we'll set you up with an attorney there locally, because this applies with any country, not just Ghana, as well as in Dominican Republic. You must have representation there as well. Set you up with an attorney. Once you decide that this is the unit you want to go with, you're going to go ahead and put down your equivalent to earnest money. Okay, we call it a reservation fee. What that does is it takes that unit off of the market, and we're holding it for you. Okay, for a period of 21 to 30 days. During that time is when we do all of the good, the nitty gritty good stuff, the paperwork, going over everything, making sure all of our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. Once you are comfortable with that, we go ahead and sign, and then that's where you put down 10, 20, 30, whatever percent we negotiated in that initial agreement. Say you want to put down 25%. The more you put down on your down payment, okay, after that reservation fee, after that period of time, the better. Okay, they offer incentives or discounts if you put down more. So say you just put down the minimum 10% of what's remaining. The rest is paid on a monthly basis up until delivery. Your keys are delivered to you, and you are now an international real estate investor.
Yay.
That's awesome there. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then we hire the management company and take care of that.
Hire the management company. Exactly. Get everything all set up. Your accounts and everything set up for your revenue to come in and things like that.
That's very good.
You are on your way.
That's
very good. Yeah, you got a brilliant system there. Congratulations.
Yes, let's do it, Dr. Skipper. Let's do it.
Yes, I'm ready. It sounds very good.
Thank you guys so much for having me back.
Thank you, Miss Yaz.
Today. I really appreciate it.
We thank you. And say it again, how people can go to the classes, go to the trips, because you offer all of that. They can travel and go and see the properties. How can people get in touch with you?
Yes, please follow me on Instagram at Yes to Yaz Global. That's YESTOYAS Global. If you just go to my Instagram page and you click the link in my bio, you can join my community. on School Yes to Gas Global Insider. Again, we meet and do classes like this monthly. There's also replays and everything like that accessible to you. And of course, pick up that blueprint. Pick up that blueprint and just start educating yourself. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Thank
of the
you.
community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Yaz.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Petway, appreciate
See you
you.
guys soon.
It's been a privilege. Thank you. God bless you.
Doc, we gotta
Great
plan
job.
one of those trips.
That'd be nice. That'd be
yeah,
nice right there, wouldn't it?
absolutely. Yes.
Take our families. Wouldn't it be awesome?
It would be great.
I would love that. I would love that.
And so we are glad that you guys have joined us today. We want to thank Mr. Bobby Eaton for giving us an opportunity to speak to our community,
tell our story our
way, tell our stories our way.
Amen.
I feel very excited about having another investment tool.
Man, that's great information tonight.
Absolutely.
You like that, Stephen? Thank you, Stephen, for all your work, brother. Appreciate you.
Stephen, what do you think about people your age just getting up, moving to Africa, China, Vietnam? I follow them all.
I'm happy for them.
You happy for them?
I can't wait to see them over there. I can't wait.
That's not scary to you. That's not scary to you, is it?
No. I want to create and build and make something beautiful for generations to come. You know.
We were raised scary like that, Doc. Yeah, we were raised to be American workers.
Yeah, I think, like you said, got brainwashed.
Yes, that's how we were raised.
Yeah.
You go to college, you get a job, and you support your country.
Go work 9 to 5.
And that's right. Now we're learning that.
We know better now, don't we?
Absolutely. Our kids are teaching us.
Yeah, our kids are coming up.
I mean, they are brave.
They're coming up, aren't they?
Yeah, I love
they don't play.
Yes. Well, we thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
And we'll talk to you guys later.
Same time next week. God bless you. We're praying for you. Thank you for your prayers. God bless. Bye-bye.